This is Sonia McMahon, and I am going to be talking about how Walmart has changed the dynamics of business for Y376 International Political Economy. In order to understand how Walmart changed business dynamics, you must first start with the history of the now multi-billion-dollar corporation. The Walmart story began in 1962 when Sam Walton opened the first discount store in Rogers, Arkansas. This was also the year that marked the beginning of the other discount retail franchises, Kmart and Target. Within 5 years, there were 18 Walmart discount cities in Arkansas with annual sales of $9 million, a small amount when compared to Kmart's 250 stores and more than $800 million in sales. The 1970s marked significant growth for the company following their official incorporation in October 1969. In 71, the first Walmart distribution center was opened in Bentonville, Arkansas, home to Walton's first Five and Dime store. There were 38 Walmart locations with $44.2 million in sales, with an average of 2 stores opening every year when Walton decided to go public in order to pay off his multi-million-dollar debt and in order to continue opening stores. By 1974, Walmart had expanded to 7 states, and in 1979, the company reached $1 billion in sales, employing 21,000 people in 76 stores, marking the quickest ever ascent to the $1 billion milestone, having done it in only 17 years. The Walmart Pharmacy, Auto Service Center, and Jewelry divisions were introduced in 1978, marking yet another retail expansion. The 1980s marked yet another decade of growth. In 1983, the first Sam's Club is opened in Oklahoma, and by '87 there are more than 52 of them in the nation. By the end of the decade, Walmart became another first when it reported after-tax profits of $1 billion with almost 14,000 stores and 272,000 employees in 26 states. This was the first year that Walmart beat out Kmart to become the most profitable retailer in America, a corporation that just 22 years earlier were reporting almost 90 times Walmart's reported earnings. But the 1980s were not simply a prosperous year for Walmart. It also marked a decade of media scrutiny. In the earlier part of the decade, a Walmart located in Arkansas attempted to unionize. This was the first attempted unionization and the first broadcast of Walmart anti-union sentiment. Also, Walton attempted to combat the 1.6 billion jobs lost between '81 and '84 by launching a Buy America program, which received a lot of positive publicity, but ultimately was lost in Walmart's lowest price mentality. In his autobiography, Made in America, Walton even admitted that Walmart, like any other retailer, will only buy American if those goods can be produced efficiently enough to offer good value. The 90s was another decade of expansion, but this time outside the United States borders, when it opened a Sam's Club in Mexico City in 1991. Within 13 years, this number expanded to 1,500 stores in 9 countries. In '96, Walmart made its first move to China when it opened a Walmart Supercenter and Sam's Club in Shenzhen, China. It was reported that 80,000 people shopped at the stores on the first day. Walmart was put under extreme scrutiny in 1992 when Dateline aired an investigation into Walmart's Made in America campaign. The program showed children making sweaters for Walmart in a Bangladesh factory, stores that had Made in America signs posted over imported goods, and it profiled a sweater factory in North Carolina that was featured in a Walmart Buy America ad, but was forced to close when Walmart found a cheaper distributor overseas. Furthermore, in 1999, Walmart established a Washington Affairs unit, even though Sam Walton was not one to get involved in politics. The executives felt it was in Walmart's best interest to establish a Washington presence due to the corporation's extreme growth. The new millennium brought in a new CEO, Lee Scott, who continued Walmart's international and domestic expansion while also expanding its grocery business. He also attempted to develop a more open attitude towards the media in order to mend Walmart's damaged reputation. In 2001, expanded grocery dreams came true when Walmart's grocery sales hit $56 billion, 16% of the market share, thereby making Walmart the biggest food retailer in the United States. In 2002 and 2004, Walmart became the first service company to top the Fortune 500 list, when it earned $219.8 billion. According to Fortune, Walmart was making sales at a rate of $1 billion a day, and by 2006, the number of weekly customers grew to more than 176 million around the world, with almost 7,000 locations. In the new millennium, Walmart began to expand into urban areas with a strong union presence, forcing it to face local opposition. Walmart's biggest defeat came from Inglewood, California, following the LA City Council's passage of an ordinance to block the development of a Walmart supercenter. In response, the company sponsored a campaign to take the issue to Inglewood's residents. Walmart argued that the supercenter would provide jobs, tax revenue, and low-priced merchandise to the community, while its opponents argued that the retailer's presence would bring down wages, cause increased traffic, and force the smaller local businesses to close. Though Walmart spent nearly $1 million campaigning for the development, 60% of voters rejected it. Also, in June 2004, it was ruled that a gender discrimination suit against Walmart, representing 1.6 million Walmart employees, could continue as a class action lawsuit. The suit is the largest discrimination case in U.S. history, which argued that female employees are paid less and offered fewer promotions than male employees. As we can see from their history, starting with Walton's 5 and dime store, Walmart was constantly searching for the lowest price, and they eventually found it in Asia. It is argued that one of the main reasons for this dependence is because in 1995, even though their earnings had doubled to $100 billion, Walmart suffered a stock price loss of over $7 billion. This dependence on Asian imports pushed suppliers to follow suit, moving their factories to Asia in order to keep up with Walmart's demand for lower prices. One example of this is Rubbermaid. In 1994, Rubbermaid was voted the most admirable company due to its immense growth, mainly due to Walmart becoming their largest buyer. Unfortunately, the price of resin began to increase, forcing Rubbermaid to increase their prices for retailers, something that Walmart was not willing to do. When Rubbermaid refused to change the way they made their products because it would have lowered the quality of them, Walmart began to drop Rubbermaid products from their shelves and fill them with the suppliers who were willing to cut their prices. This decrease in volume led to Rubbermaid's decline, forcing them to close their original plant, leaving nearly 1,000 jobless. Then, in 2004, 10 years after Rubbermaid was said to be the most admired company, Walmart was voted the most admired company, causing one to wonder, what makes a company become the element of admiration? The company that wants to produce quality yet affordable products like Rubbermaid, or the company that uses their muscle to force lower prices even when it means losing quality and jobs? Another example of Walmart's power is the case of the missing deodorant boxes. Think back to the 1980s when you would go into a retailer to buy a deodorant. When you get to the hygiene aisle, you would have seen rows and rows of deodorant boxes. After you find your favorite brand and scent, you buy it and take it home, only to open the box, take out the deodorant, and then chuck the box in the trash. Well, Walmart executives saw these boxes as not only useless but also costly for the supplier and for the retailer due to the lost shelf space and the increased weight in shipping. So, using their power as the dominant retailer in the country, Walmart got the suppliers to cut out the box in their manufacturing, thereby cutting costs for suppliers and retailers and allowing for a small decrease in price for the consumer. Fisherman, author of The Walmart Effect, noted, "It's a perfect Walmart moment. The company used its insight and its muscle to help change the world. Millions of trees were not cut down, acres of cardboard were not manufactured only to be discarded, 1 billion deodorant boxes didn't end up in landfills each year. It's all unseen, all unnoticed, and all good. But is it? Though the consumers saw this as a price cut for them, and even an environmentally friendly move for the suppliers and manufacturers, how did the manufacturers of the paperboard feel? Walmart, the largest retailer in the country, had just cut out a major part of the business, possibly causing them to lose major profits, forcing people to lose jobs. This is just one example of an unknown, unintended consequence of Walmart flexing its muscles. So what does all this mean? As we can see from the Rubbermaid and deodorant examples, Walmart uses their immense power to force price decreases and change standards, which means that it has shifted the relationship between the suppliers who used to set prices and standards and retailers who now have the ability to set prices and standards for products. Walmart can do this because it is such a powerhouse in the world economy, and dropping a supplier's product can cause a huge decrease in that supplier's profits. The case of Rubbermaid and the deodorant shows how Walmart is a cost-driven, low-price, low road to U.S. competitiveness, which can be compared to the Rubbermaid model, which represented an innovation-oriented high road to U.S. competitiveness. And, according to Duke University professor, the Walmart model is winning out. All of this has affected the global economy in many ways. Walmart have pushed their suppliers, 80% to be exact, towards Asia, a move that especially benefits the growing Chinese economy. This has contributed to the growing gap between the rich and the poor, an ill effect of globalization, by forcing suppliers to maintain low costs through bad working conditions and low wages in the Asian countries. For example, a 2008 report found that workers making holiday ornaments for Walmart in Guangzhou, China, were paid only two-thirds of the legal minimum wage, often working 95 hours a week, and were forced to work for months without a single day off. The report also found that children as young as 12 worked in the factory and that some workers handled dangerous chemicals without proper protection, leading to serious skin rashes and sores.